Pep Talk UK. It's time!
Yo, welcome to a special episode of the Pep Talk UK Sports Podcast, the podcast that talks all football and boxing news from around the globe, real points of view from a real panel, hashtag real talk on Pep Talk. I'm your host today, Frankie B. Our Pep Talk UK's boxing correspondent, Shaz Chowdhury, met up with the Southern Area Cruiserweight champion, Wadi Camacho, ahead of his clash on Thursday with the undefeated Isaac Chamberlain at York Hall on a packed matchroom card featuring a host of exciting prospects.
I am joined by Mr. Wadi Macho Camacho, who is the Southern Area Cruiserweight champ. How you doing, Wadi?
I'm doing fantastic, just come to support my friend Tyler Goodjohn and just having a good atmosphere on the boxing night.
Now, we're at York Hall, somewhere where you're going to be very soon. When's your next fight?
Next fight it should be scheduled in 2 weeks' time, so the 29th on a Thursday, defending my title on the Matchroom show.
Now, Wadi, I was there when you won the title. How did it feel on that day? What did you go through? What are the emotions? And how did it feel?
Obviously, I felt very, very pleased to finally that I can have my Southern Area title, because that's something I always skipped before, but now, now I've got it. I'm happy, but I knew I'm levels above that, but at the same time it's nice just to have it, and I felt good and everyone was happy.
Now, you defended your title recently. I was fortunately there for that again. There was a bit of needle before, during, and I don't know after the fight whether it was, but is there a difference in mindset when you're trying to go for a title or when you're defending a title? How does the mindset change for either?
You know what, I think right now, before, last year, I think I used to try and concentrate too much on the other person. Now it's all about just concentrating me, because I'll get in the ring, the fighters need to try and beat me. So it's as long as all my work is correct and I just keep pushing myself, really and truly, just basically concentrate on myself.
Now, Wadi, who is your favourite boxer of all time?
Oh, Evander Holyfield.
You love Evander Holyfield?
Yeah, that's what I started off obviously watching him and obviously him and Mike Tyson. But then obviously after I turned professional, it was David Haye. David Haye was a big idol for me as well. And it was actually a really great pleasure to actually be sharing the ring with him and sparring with him.
Now, you've had the experience fighting the likes of David Haye. How does that help you, sparring with him? How has that helped you in your development?
Oh, I've sparred many champions as well. Obviously, David Haye as well is top elite. Obviously, he's a cruiserweight champion now. Obviously, a heavyweight as well. And just me getting in the ring and sparring with these champions and that, it actually just brings me on a different type of level, and I learn so much as well. Instead of just sparring with not so good pressure fighters, and I end up doing silly things and that. Do you know what I mean? But when I'm against someone that's really good, I always have to be on my A game, even on sparring.
Now, Wadi, Pep Talk UK is a boxing and football podcast. What football team do you support, if any?
The Hammers, mate. The Hammers, West Ham, man, all day long.
Wadi, if you weren't so big, me as a Leeds fan, me and you would have a talking to, wouldn't we?
Listen, it's up to you, football's football, but with me, I'm a boxer, so if you want to come and get in the ring and that, we can have it off and that.
Well, Wadi, we can make this fight happen, but you're going to have to shred some weight, or I'm going to have to put a hell of a lot of weight, and even then, I'll be honest, I'm going to poo-poo myself.
You know what? I'll just use my jab. You can use your two hands.
Listen, even if you don't use any of your hands, you're probably going to headbutt me and nut me.
No, mate. Of course. You know, you stick to what you do, and I stick to what I do in my profession. But yeah, man.
In all honesty, I love watching what you do. So you just keep it up. Now, for all your fans and listeners out there, let us know if you've got any messages, where they can come and see you fight, and what your Twitter and Insta handles are.
Basically, I'm going to be fighting in 2 weeks' time, so the 29th of bloody hell. September, bloody hell, I lost my mind. And
I scared the man. I scared him. He's rattled in our face off.
I know for sure, mate. It's dark in here where I am. But yeah, everyone can contact me on Facebook, Wadi Camacho, or on Twitter, Wadi Camacho, or Instagram, Team Macho 1. You know, I've just been loving all the support, everyone that's been, you know, pushing me and cheering me on. You know, that's why I'm here in this game, you know, just to obviously please all my fans as well.
We at Pep Talk UK love you. We hope you have a great fight on the 29th. We hope you get your British shot, onto your European shot, onto world stage. We'll be following you all the way.
Definitely, man, definitely. You know, I think obviously this year I've started off so great, finishing it off with a bang, and I'm so looking forward to next year because I'm just learning so much. It feels like I'm just a new Wadi. Macho's gone out the window, it's just Wadi now.
Wadi, you are an absolute diamond. Thank you very much for your time today.
No problem, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Quality. Now, Shaz also caught up with the undefeated pair, Jake the Blade Ball and Reece Belotti, stablemates of James DeGale, and their trainer Jim McDonald, who also spoke to Shaz about his recent induction to the Boxing Hall of Fame and his two young startlets who are both fighting on Thursday at York Hall.
I'm at Club KO with Jake the Blade Ball, a light heavyweight that's in action on Thursday night. How you doing, Jake?
All good, mate. Just well, last few touches now, just keeping the old engine tuned up, keeping sharp.
Now,
ready for Thursday.
You don't know who your opponent is on Thursday. How do you?
No, we do. Yeah. I had a confirmed opponent over the weekend. It's Hungarian Tamas Komes. I think he is. I think he's unbeaten, 4 wins, 2 draws, and 2 knockouts on his wins. So yeah, it's a good step up for the opponent. Like similar sort of record as myself, so it'd be a good fight.
Now you're already 6-0, 5 by way of a KO. You're a bit of a knockout artist, finishing people early. Do you specifically go in for the kill straight away, or do you want to get some more rounds under your belt?
Yeah, no. But the thing is, like all of my fights, I haven't. You obviously want to knock them out, but I don't go in trying to knock someone out. It's just I've got good timing. I catch them right, and obviously when I see them hurt, I just stick the pressure on. But of course, like this fight is first 8 rounder. I'd love to get a few rounds out, and obviously if the stoppage comes, it comes.
Now I know the backstory because I see you all the time with Jim Mack. How did you end up meeting Jim Mack, and how did you end up having him as your trainer?
It's actually a very funny story. Me and Jimmy Mack, we holiday at the same place in Tenerife every Christmas, and it was about, I think it was 3 years ago now. I was over there actually training for Team GB, and bumped into Jimmy Mack, told him I was sparring the next day. Like he said he'd come down, but as you know, like, I thought obviously he's on his holiday, no way is he coming down to watch me spar. And he was there, he watched me spar, and he was there I think for about 7-8 days after that. He's come down, take me on the pads, took me in the corner sparring every day, and then from there onwards, like my dad took his number, he took my dad's number about sparring with DeGale if the Durrell fight was confirmed. And then so we come back. We got back in January. And then I think it was beginning of February or mid-February. We got a phone call from Jimmy Mack saying, "Would you want to come up and help spar with DeGale for his world title fight?" And it's all from there really. From there, then obviously I got chatting with Eddie come down and saw me sparring. Got chatting with Eddie. He gave me an offer. Then the rest is history.
Now, the first time you sparred James DeGale, I was fortunate enough to be in the gym, watching that spar. And to be honest, my first impression of you was, Core Blimey, who's this lad? I then spoke to the people around. They said he's a light heavyweight. His name's Jake Bull. He's about to turn pro, and everyone spoke highly of you. Now, you're a southpaw. I've seen you in action. What arena do you call home? Because you've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm very, very fortunate for likes of Eddie and Macho doing that for me, because it's great fun. I love fighting in London. Like York, I'm fighting York on Thursday. York was an amazing venue. I'm in and around. I'm from London, so London is my home. But to be able to, at such an early stage of my career, fight in Leeds, Birmingham, Liverpool, is absolutely amazing. O2, I fought there on my debut. Absolutely, the atmosphere at the O2 was absolutely unreal. So hopefully we'll be back at the O2 soon. But next one's Thursday at York Hall, Bethnal Green, home of boxing, and it's going to be an absolute cracking night of boxing.
Now, you've got your fans have got a name. They call themselves Ballers. Who come up with that name?
To be honest with you, I think it was a bit of everyone really. We was in the gym having a laugh and having a crack, and it's one of the things where, like, my last name's Bull. You know what I mean? A baller is. It's like a good term anyway. So we thought, why not? Or why not call them Ballers?
And where did the name The Blade come from?
The blade come from. I think it was my dad. Yeah, my dad who actually fought that one. He said, like, after a few sparring sessions, that he said, like, we was trying to think of a name, like, before I turned pro, like, and he said, why not call yourself The Blade, because, like, it's sharp. I mean, it does damage. He said, and it's a bit like me in the ring. He said. So I said, yeah, I said it suits.
Now, you've got a lovely wife who I've met, 2 lovely kids. I know your dad. I know your friends, JFB Promotions. You've got a cracking team around you. How important a part do they play in your day-to-day training routine, work, prep?
Massively. The likes of, like, JFB does a massive part in, like, all my, like, sort of promotional sponsorships, like, help me out outside of the actual fight, like, in between fights. My father, he did work. Literally, all I've got to do is give him a phone call, ask him to do something. And he's on it. Like, literally anything I don't want to do, he's there for me. And without my wife Marianne, I don't think I'd be here. I think I'd be a bag of bones, because literally, like, on the way home, I called her. I'd have food on the table ready for me, hot baths whenever I want them. Literally, she has everything. The kids are looked after day in, day out. I mean, like, I have lay-ins when I want. So she's absolutely just fantastic.
Now, as you know, I'm a Leeds fan. Who do you support?
Arsenal. I'm a gooner.
Now, you know I liked you up until that point. Now, you're a light heavyweight.
That's correct.
I weigh in at 76 kg today, so I can't even do anything about it. I'm just going to put that down to, I like you, Jake. You support who you want to support, and I hope the belts come. I hope you become a champion, and we at Pep Talk UK are right behind you on this one.
I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate the support, and look forward to seeing you Thursday.
Top man. First, one last thing. If you can let all your followers and fans, or people that are just listening in, know all your Twitter and social media handles, and if they can still get tickets.
Yeah, well, tickets are still available probably until Wednesday. Twitter and Instagram is @1JakeBull, and Facebook is Jake Bull.
Jake, you're a star of today and the future. We wish you all the best from Pep Talk UK.
Thank you, Shaz, mate.
So you're going to be there, right?
I'm going to be there, and I'm talking to Mr. Reese Botti for Pep Talk UK, who's strapping up and has kindly given me a few minutes of his time just to have a quick chat, because you're a busy man. You're fighting this Thursday, aren't you, Reese?
I am, mate. I'm fighting this Thursday. Looking forward to it.
Reese, for all the listeners that don't know you, silly if they don't, what weight do you fight at?
I fight at featherweight.
You fight at featherweight. You're 6-0.
6-0 at the minute.
5 by way of KO.
Yeah.
What got you into boxing?
Fitness, more than anything. Like, I didn't get into it because I just went there because I was playing football at the time. I just got into it for fitness, and then got dropped from the team I was playing at, and then I took up boxing full time.
Now, Reese, you've fought around the country already. You've had a few fights. How do you prep for a fight like this coming up?
Well, I was originally supposed to fight Ian Bailey, and I found out last week he's no longer there. But listen, we train the same regardless. Like, Jim Mack's got you on some mad different drills and different schedules and stuff like that. But always train. But obviously, we found out who the opponent was, and I wanted to start fast, pressure, and so does he. So you kind of have to go around a different way. But listen, we train the same, regardless of who the fighter is, really.
Now, you've got a cracking stable. You've mentioned Jim Mack, who's got a world champion in his corner. You get some spar time with the likes of James DeGale, another up-and-coming prospect who I've just interviewed, Jake Ball. Is there a little competition in the camp?
Always, you like as fighters yourself. As fighters, you're always in competition with each other. Do you know what I mean? Always on the bag. You always want to punch more. You always want to do more, go faster on the track and stuff like that. So it's always good for training, even when you're having like a bad day. You've always got competition in the camp, so it's always good to train with people that have got the same ambitions as you.
And where are we heading? You're obviously unbeaten. You're coming up to your 7th pro fight now. How close are you to the belts now?
Well, this was supposed to be for an English title eliminator, so hopefully within the next 2 I would definitely have boxed for a title. That's the aim, and hopefully by the end of the year I will have a title. So that's the plan.
If I can fast forward now by, say, maybe 3 years, where does Reece the Bomber Belotti want to be?
I'm not too sure, I want to get, obviously like everyone, you're aiming for world titles, you know what I mean? So don't know whether in 3 years that's the path I'll be on, but listen, I'll fight for it. I'll fight anyone. I'll fight whatever Eddie puts in front of me. Do you know what I mean? So, but the world titles is always the aim. So that's where I want to be.
Now, at Pep Talk UK, we're a football and a boxing podcast. So I have to ask a question. Football. You into football? If so, who do you support?
I'm not mad into it, but you know what I mean. I always follow the local team. Always obviously Watford, got them on my shorts. Do you know what I mean? So, but I only really follow into it just for like social reasons, really, because obviously everyone loves football. Do you know what I mean? So,
well, I'm a proper football fan. I'm a Leeds boy, as you know.
Yeah.
Now, I was at Vicarage Road where all your mates were waving flags at us, and one of our lads scored an own goal just to let you win. Now, I've already interviewed Wadi Camacho, who's a cruiserweight, Jake Ball, who's a light heavyweight. Now, they're a bit big. What exactly do you weigh?
Me, at the minute, I'm about 9'2", 9'3". And obviously I'm fighting at featherweight, which is the 9 stone, so I'm not far off my weight. My weight's always good, do you know what I mean? So
now, I'm 76 kg, which means I can finally say I'm a bit heavier than a boxer. How do you fancy my chances with you in the ring?
Oh, mate. Well, regardless of the weight, I'll bash you up.
Well, Reece, you're an absolute diamond. Thank you for coming on today. We wish you the best of luck on Thursday. Now, before you sign off, can you just let all the listeners know your Twitter and Insta handles so they can give you a follow?
My Twitter is Bomber Belotti, at Bomber Belotti on both Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, if you give me a follow, you will have a laugh, I guess.
And we've got Jake in the background, still hovering around, getting his bit in, and that's what happens. Stable mates. But Jake and Reece, we wish you the best of luck and hope all goes well. We're now going to have a quick word with Jim Mack himself, so I'm going to get hold of him. You boys keep training hard, fighting easy.
Thank you, mate.
I'm now joined by the trainer and coach of Reece the Bomber Belotti and Jake the Blade Ball, the man himself, Jim McDonald. How you doing, Jim?
Yeah, cool, my man. Cool.
I feel deeply honoured that you've joined us on Pep Talk UK today. You've already got a world champion in your camp, James DeGale. How good are Reece and Jake?
Yeah, listen, it's boxing is a trade, and like any other trade, they're apprentices. So what they're doing, it's early doors. They're learning their trade bit by bit, but they're a long way from qualified. But they're both great prospects.
Now, you were honoured last week. If you can let us know what the honour is that was bestowed upon you.
Yeah, it was a fantastic honour. It's like something like which is an accolade to your achievements within the sport of boxing, and to be voted into the Boxing Hall of Fame by your own peers. For me, there's no greater honour. So for me, that was like wonderful.
I believe it was well overdue. You should have had it years ago. I've been watching you not only as a boxer when I was growing up, I've been watching you in the gym, you around James, and I think you're probably one of the best, if not the best coach that we've ever had in this country.
You know what? always wanted to be the greatest fighter in the world. Always wanted to be the best boxer in the world. But even when I was boxing, something inside me, because I had great trainers like George Francis, Jimmy Tibbs, going back to England squad, Kevin Hickey, Ronnie Smith, my amateur coach. So Mickey Kingwall, the London coach, and I can go on and name a few more. Frank Black, etc., etc. And I always, even as a fighter, aspired to do that in training. So, like for me to do this in training now, I remember all them guys, and I'll give a round of applause to all of them for every little bit that they've passed on to me and have enabled me to do what I've just done. So I'm over the moon.
Now we talk about passing on stuff. A lot of the boxers, including James, Jake and Reese, have your boys working them through their paces, Jim Mack Jr. and Tom McDonald. Where do you want them to head up? Are you grooming them to take your place one day? Yeah,
the word I just said about an apprenticeship, I'm doing my apprenticeship to this day, so they're definitely doing their apprenticeship. So yeah, same thing, it's a format. I've got my own ways, my own methods, and I'm passing it on to my sons. And everyone's got their own ways of training fighters. They've got their own methods, their own ideas. And I've got mine, and I'm passing on what mine are to my boys. And they'll train fighters the way I believe fighters should be trained, like not just mentally, physically. Some of the stuff we do away from the gym, we do stuff that's probably a little bit different from a lot of other people. Got a lot of my own ideas, and I've only learnt that through boxing over the 12-round distance and knowing what it's like to be involved in championship fights.
Now, there's a lot of rumours about your training methods. One of them's the amount of running that the boys are put through. Now, I know you personally, and I know you're super fit. Tell me honestly, and this is going to be my personal exclusive, if you were to race your boxers, can you beat them in a race even now?
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, they're all young guns, they're all firing, they're all good, and they'll all go, but I'll say to them, listen, go out and run a sub 3 hour marathon, then come back and talk to me.
Well, Jim, it's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you the best of luck on Thursday with both your boxers. I'll be there watching it, and all at Pep Talk UK will be cheering not only the boxers on, but cheering you on as well. And we hope you have a fantastic career. You get more world champions under your belt, because these boys hopefully will go all the way.
Appreciate that, mate, and God willing they will.
Thank you very much once again, Jim. Thanks, mate.
Now that's all we have for our boxing special. Join us again for our regular podcast aired every Friday. Thank you.
Pep Talk.